Nation, what's good? That's how we play some football right there. Against the Vikings, we played our best game of the season so far. So far, both sides of the ball came to play for the most part, and it just looked really good. Really good, and I felt confident about the team. I'm your host, Devon Lewis. In today's session, we're breaking down everything: the defense dominating, the offense finding its rhythm, and just how good this win feels going into the bye week. Because it feels good. It feels good. So let's just get right into it. The very first possession of the game, it had me a little spooked. I'm not going to lie. You know, they sacked Rodgers, and then we don't convert on 3rd and 12, 3 and out. I'm just like, oh, shit, it's about to be a long game. But, I mean, the defense came ready to play, honestly. We had a bunch of sacks, a bunch of big plays. We got good key stops on 3rd down that we weren't able to do in the very first couple of games. And we just made plays. When you look at the drives and how they went, like, I know the fumble didn't count, but just the way that we were on our toes just playing that whole game. The very first drive on defense, we get a sack on 3rd down, and we force them to a field goal. That's a win. I mean, they were driving. You know, they were getting Jefferson involved early. You know, he had like 3 catches that drive or something. I was like, damn. You know, they moving the ball. But then we get a stop on 3rd down, sacked by Patrick Queen, and I'm just like, all right, cool. The second drive, it had me feeling great. You know, the offense, you know, we're using 6 linemen and Washington, which Washington was a key factor for us. I'm not going to lie. We might have to get him more involved more. I thought we were going to involve him more the very first couple of games. But now I think that they are like, oh, shit, we can use him more. I think he got more snaps than Pat Freiermuth, if I'm being honest. And he was just more productive. He was productive in the blocking. He was productive in the passing game. Only a couple catches. But just his presence out there, I feel like helped our offense as a whole. And you look at that second drive, we got DK the ball more. I think that's what everybody's been waiting for. Not just like little screens, but just slants. In the middle of the field, a seam route. Like, it just looked great. And then capping off that drive, Gainwell TD. I'm just like, yeah, that looked good. And the second drive on our defensive side, you know, we get a good stop. Herbig came to play. He had a couple sacks, couple just pressures. He had a big sack on 3rd and 12 on that drive. And then the third offensive drive, man, the very first play, that play action, 80-yard touchdown to DK, it looked great. It looked great. From the different camera views I was seeing that was trending, just live, I was just like, wow. It looked great. But I'm not even going to lie, it hurt a little bit only because I sat DK on my fantasy team. But other than that, as a Steeler fan, I was like, about damn time. About damn time we get this man involved. And he hit over 100 yards. Obviously, that play had 80 yards, most of it right there. But, I mean, to get him involved the way that we did, not forcing it, but just key plays and just using his strength. Throwing it up there, him grabbing it on 3rd down. It was one possession. It was like, I don't know, 3rd and 4. I don't remember exactly the yardage. But just a quick, you know, throw it up there, let him go get it. I'm just like, yeah. I'm a fan, boy. I'm a fan. But overall, when we look at the game, I mean, at halftime, we held the Vikings to 28 rushing yards. That's a win. Like, teams were getting that the very first drive of the game. Like, defense stepped up big time. And to have them at 28 rushing yards, I was impressed. Especially because Mason just came off over a 100-yard rushing game. I'm like, I was a little worried going into the game. But to have that at halftime, I'm like, yes. And to have that lead, we had 36 rushing yards ourselves at halftime. Like, it just felt good. And one other key stat that stood out to me was 3rd down conversions. At halftime, they were 1 for 6. We were 3 for 5. That's big. That's big. When we're converting on 3rd down, we're moving the ball, and then we getting off the field on defense on 3rd down. Like, we weren't seeing that the very first couple games of the season, and to see it all come together, like, I'm just like, yes. The sacks, the playmaking, the interceptions. One thing about the interceptions, I mean, I don't think that our linemen are getting enough credit for the interceptions that we're getting. The tip passes. Ben even had one, I think. No. It was Harmon that had a tip, and then we picked it off. Watt tipped it himself and picked it himself. I'm just like, this is the defense I'm talking about. It starts with the men up front. The men up front set the tone. Whether it's pressuring them, whether it's tipping those passes, whether it's stopping the run game. Like, the men up front is what is igniting this team. And that goes for both sides. Because even when you look on the offensive side of the ball, when the offensive linemen are blocking their asses off, we're getting whatever we want. Whether it's the run game, whether it's the play action, pass, like giving Rodgers time. The big man is what's going to carry this team on both sides of the field. And yesterday, it just looked great. It just looked great. Because let me tell you, we just controlled that game. And it did scare me in the fourth quarter because, we were up 24-6 entering the fourth. And then we let them drive down the field, score a touchdown. Okay. And then, obviously, that whole, possession about going for it on fourth down and stuff, I would want to go for it on that 4th and goal. Me personally, yes. I agree because then now they have to, drive down the field 90-some yards, which is, fine because our defense was playing good. We held them to pretty much 6 points that whole game. But I don't really like the play call. I know we were rushing and getting averaging 5 yards a carry, but 4th and goal, we're on the 4-yard line. I want to put it in Aaron Rodgers' hands, me personally. If it was 4th and goal on the 1, I'm like, oh yeah, give it to Gainwell. 4th down on the 4-yard line, I'm putting that thing in Aaron Rodgers' hands. He's the GOAT. Let him work. Let him do what he do in the red zone. He's the main reason why our red zone percentage is just so good. So why not just let him work in that area? I don't really like the play call that we ran. Okay, we don't get it. Then, right after that, I'm like, okay, I have confidence in the defense to get a stop. When I saw him pass that ball and nobody was near him, I'm like, what in the world is going on? Broken coverage. But I got to give it to Peyton Wilson, man. That was championship play type football right there. For him to run him down, that helped us. That was a key play of the game right there. It chewed off more time on the clock, even though that they scored on that drive. They wasted 40 seconds. And, they had to earn it. He did not give up on that play. He wasn't going to give up on that play. You can tell he was hunting that boy down. And that was one of the plays of the game for me because that just helped us, going forward when we had to get another defense stop. And then, I can't skip over. Let's back it up a second. When it's 4th and 1, we're in the middle of the field. I just don't know, Tomlin. Honestly, those 2 4th down calls, he didn't seem confident. We went for it on 4th and goal, but I felt like we only went for it because our offense was sitting there pleading to him, let's go for it, let's go for it. He did not seem confident. And so when we do it again on 4th down and we're trying to draw him off sides, I'm like, this man, it's 4th and 1. We've been carrying the ball for damn near 5 yards to carry, and we're not going for it. We're not trying to put him away. All right. But I got to give it to the defense again for closing out the game once again. We seen it in the Jets. We seen it against the Patriots. We're seeing it again this week. The defense comes to play and comes to make big plays when we need them. When we need them. They can give up 100-something rushing yards, other teams controlling the game. But if it comes down to the wire and we need to stop, the defense has came and showed up every single time. And I got to give them credit because they've been getting torched all season. Let's be for real. The other team's been running the ball on us. We just haven't been looking great defensively. But when it comes down to, the last possession of the game, we need to stop, defense has showed up every time. So, we got to give them credit. That's the Steelers football that I love to see. Defense wins championships, and to see that early in the season, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. And to see it come together to that game, to see it just, the sacks, the interceptions, the 3rd down stops, we look great collectively as a whole. And as a fan, me watching the game is just it gives me confidence that okay, this team is the team that I've been waiting to see. This team can play defense. This team can stop run game. It's just great. It just feels great. That game made me feel so much better about all the other games. Like, it was just like, okay, they just needed some time. They just needed some time. So, I mean, when you look at it as a whole, our offense looks like it's finally clicking. I think that they're going to move forward with, the 6 linemen. If that's what's going to help the run game, then let's do it. And I also think that putting big old Washington in there to block and even the pass a little bit is going to help us. Like, that's a big man. Running behind him, that's a big man. And he's got, like I said, I think he's gotten more snaps that last game more than Pat Freiermuth. And it's nothing that Pat Freiermuth is necessarily doing. It's just that I just think that Washington brings more to the table a little bit. At least right now, what we need. And going back to Pat Freiermuth's blocking, that field goal was on him. It was nobody else but on him. He didn't even touch that guy coming off the edge. Like, just put his arm out there, half-ass block. They blocked the kick. Like, I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? Lock in. But, I mean, looking at the offensive side of the ball, I like that they're using Washington more. I thought that we were going to come out using him more in the season, but it looks like they're now finally start doing that, and I'm a fan. It's helping the balance between the run and pass, and last game it just worked perfectly. Keep doing what we're doing. Like, just keep going off of that. Like, we should not be taking no steps backwards. From that game right there, we should have learned a lot. We run better with their 6 linemen. It just is better offensively for us. And I also like that we got DK more involved. Like I said, not just in the little screen game, little quick pass. Like, we actually put him in the slot. We moved him around a little bit. We just had a better game plan. It just looked cleaner. It looked better. And the offensive linemen. Besides that very first play, like I said, they got a sack. Other than that, offensive linemen look way better. They are improving, you guys. That's what we want to see. After the very first couple games, I don't expect them to just click right after that. Like, no, I want them to take progressive steps. They're not just going to wake up one day and just be better at something that they weren't. Like, no, they're going to progress, and I think that's what we're seeing. They're progressing. They're progressing in the run game. They're progressing in the pass game. And that's why we see the offense looking as good as they do. Like I said in the beginning, the offensive lineman is going to take the offense. As good as our offensive lineman, let me rephrase that. Our offense is going to be as good as our offensive lineman. And as you can see, when our offensive lineman's good, we're running the ball. We're giving Aaron Rodgers time to pass the ball. It just looks cleaner, nicer, better. Looks good. Looks good. Now going to the defense side of the ball. Herbig, Benton, TJ Watt. Big game for us, man. Herbig is filling in for Highsmith great. Like, I mean, that's what we need. And I think that's what's going to help us become not only a good defense, but a great defense. Because when Highsmith does come back, we're going to have depth. We're going to be able to sub in Herbig for Watt or for Highsmith just to give him a break so they can stay fresh. That's why I felt coming into the season that we're going to have a good defensive, attack. Because of not our first strings, but our second. The people that are coming in after them, giving them breaks. And that's why also, when we're dealing with the injuries that we're dealing with, the very first couple games of the season, I mean, yes, I get it. We're dealing with injuries, first couple games of the season, yada, yada. But, I still have high expectations for that second group that's coming in, for the subs that are coming in. We have a lot of depth on this team to where I feel like if someone goes down or if someone needs a break, the next man is up. And the next man can make plays. And I think that's what we're seeing. I mean, it's not just Watt making plays. It's not just Ramsey. The other guys are starting to make plays. Even Peyton Wilson. Not even off that run down, tackle. But, just how he was playing overall, filling the gaps, making plays. It just looked great collectively, you guys. It was making me smile. Because it was like, wow, this is what I've been waiting for. The defense played great. The offense played great. But now it's just putting it together for 4 quarters. Because we should have really blew them out. Especially, enter the 4th quarter. It's 24-6. But, we let them kind of come back in the game. We let them score. We let them, have that huge pass off of blown coverage that cannot happen, honestly. We have to make them, drive down the field. If they were going to, they're going to score that drive, make their asses drive down the field and run out clock. Like, there's no way we have a blown coverage over the top, knowing that they're trying to get a touchdown as quick as possible. Like, no, let them check it down. Let them hit the slant routes. There's no way they can hit a deep pass like that. So, I mean, can't happen again. It just can't. But overall, the team looked sharper, and the team looked more confident. I mean, I know they were playing for something a little bit more, with being out there in Dublin, but we got to see that every week. That's the Steeler team that I know, and I'm expecting to see more of that from here on out. With the injuries, I mean, Calvin Austin going down, I hear that he might be out for a couple weeks. Could we see Roman Wilson a little bit more? I mean, I was excited to see him after preseason, and I haven't seen him making a really appearance. So, I mean, with Calvin Austin, if he's still out coming after the bye, will we see Roman Wilson? Like, that has me a little excited because I feel like Roman Wilson is good, and I feel like he can make plays, and he can help this offense. The bye week provides us, to get healthy as a team and just kind of rest up the body and just come together a little bit more. But what I would hate to see is that after the bye week, we take a step back after having such a good game. I expect us to pick up right where we left off from this game. We have to take a leap after the bye week. We can't take a step back. And we got the Browns coming off the bye week. They have a great defense. It'll be a good opportunity for offense to just obviously prove that they are the real deal. Because, I mean, like I said before, if our offense can score consistently around 20, high 20s, we should win the game, honestly. We should win the game as long as the defense shows up. And that's how it's always been. Overall, I was impressed with how we looked on both sides of the ball. I'm a happy camper, honestly. And Rodgers is looking like Rodgers. I mean, he was literally smiling the whole game. I mean, I was laughing at one point because I'm looking at my sister and I'm like, that boy has not stopped smiling. Like, he is having fun. You did not see him look like that at the Jets. And that's why when people are like, oh, how does it feel to have Rodgers, blah, 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 I'm like, I mean, he seems like he wants to play for us. We want him to play for us. Like, I feel good because I feel like we could bring him out, not out of his prime, but like that he's just going to do great for us. And people just thought, because he was at the Jets and he had that year that he wasn't going to do good for us. I'm like, he's not going to be the same player. And he's not. He's having fun. Like, that man Rodgers is the GOAT. Y'all forget that he can still throw the ball, that he can still break down a defense because his IQ is so high. It's honestly just great to watch, and he's doing great with that offense. Like, I know he's had a couple interceptions, the very first couple mistakes. Offense, we're on the same page, yada, yada, yada. But it's coming together. Like he said in the press conference, it's coming together. Like, there's no reason to get all scared and worried. Because I'm not going to lie, I was a little worried after Seahawks. I was a little worried. But I also still had confidence in the team that they can still turn it around. That there's a lot of season left. That there's a lot to learn from. Just things like that. And, I mean, seeing this game, it really made me comfortable. But not comfortable enough to where, like, oh, yeah, we're going to win the division and stuff. I still have confidence that we're going to win the division, especially how the division is looking. But we have to stay consistent. And our schedule is only getting harder from here. Like, it's not going to get easier. I mean, we got the Browns, Bengals, and we're going to be versing the Lions. Like, we have some tough opponents on our schedule. So it looks good, but we have to keep putting the foot on the pedal and getting better every week. And that's why I think this bye week is so important, because we have to sharpen whatever needs to be sharpened now. We have to get on the same page. We have to, make sure we can convert on certain downs to keep the drive going. Just things like that need to come together. And last game, it was coming together. It looked good. I mean, I feel good. I know other Steeler fans feel good after that game. And just excites me for what is to come. And yeah, I mean, entering the bye week, I can't really complain because, I mean, we took a big step this week, and that's all I want to see. If we can take big steps forward, then I'm happy, because we're moving in the right direction. It's when we play a game and we play a good game or whatever, and then the next game we take a step back. That can't happen. So, I mean, we should see how we bounce back after the bye week. But I have high expectations, especially after the game that we just played. But we look good. Steelers Nation, we should feel good. We should feel good. It's going to be boring. I kind of hate when we have bye weeks because I'm like, damn, I can't watch my team. But they're still going to be putting in that work and preparing for the week after. So, Steeler Nation, that's going to do it for this week's breakdown. I'm glad we were able to get the dub as we head into our bye week. If you're rocking with the pod, make sure you like, subscribe, drop whatever you want to say about the team, whatever you want to talk about. I want to hear what y'all think. But until next time, I'm your host, Devon Lewis, and it's been a great session. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all next time.